On today's Wacky Wednesday, Level Earth Observer invites us to check this out.
Check this out.
Yes, I will check it out, but after the intro. Yes, how do, dearest viewer, and welcome back to my little corner of the YouTubies. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, please like, share, subscribe. That would be fantastic. Thank you so much. And before we move on, a quick message for my patrons and channel members. Massive shout out to my amazing patrons, Sven Bellens, Bob Sadler, Alan L and Christo Bergero, and to my amazing channel members, Sven Bellens again and Cheeky Vlogs. Thank you all so very much. Now, before we get on with today's video, I just want to offer my deepest sympathies and my condolences to the family and friends of Schrodinger's cat, who sadly passed away last weekend. My earliest memory of Schrodinger's cat was he was in a debate with a guy called Zoom Truth. And in my opinion, it was a very cordial debate, very well moderated. FTFE was moderated. The guy with the eagle as an avatar, 82 Productions or something like that. Very well moderated debate, very cordial, like I said. And in my opinion, Schrodinger's cat had a very dry wit and a very dry sense of humour, and his delivery was like deadpan. It's fantastic. And the one thing, or a couple of times that made me laugh out loud, or one of the things that made me laugh out loud in that video was his opponent, Zoom Truth. He was going on about Coriolis, getting everything wrong. Why doesn't a helicopter stay where it is and all the rest of it? You know, just getting Coriolis wrong, basically. And Schrodinger's cat said, well, the thing is with helicopters and airplanes and Tomahawk missiles, he mentioned as well, is that they have this thing called steering. And, well, that just set me off then. and that's when, you know, that's when I like the guy even more, because flat earthers deserve that sort of sarcasm, don't they? So, yeah, I just want to offer like I said, my deepest sympathies and my condolences to the family and friends of one Schrodinger's cat. Rest in peace. Now back to the video, and we have Level Earth Observer, or as I like to call him, Flat Earth Observer, because he uses Flat Earth in all of his video titles, and I'm going to do the same today. Anyway, Mr. Flat Earth Observer, an alleged tower crane driver who has no scientific knowledge whatsoever, has had no scientific training whatsoever, and has received absolutely no scientific education whatsoever, delights in telling us and telling globe believers that the globe is scientifically impossible. Right. But this time he's got a bee in his bonnet about the ISS. Take it away, Mr. Flat Earth Observer. The floor is all yours.
Check this out. This is a spacewalk from 2019. NASA astronaut Andrew Morgan throws here into space the International Space Station's debris shield. The problem is,
You a science denying gobshite?
the shadow of truth is going to expose this silly space charade for us.
Oh, my bad. Carry on.
It would seem as we can see the shadow which is already being cast upon the shield, which the astronaut is going to toss supposedly into space.
Oops, you said toss, not tosh. My bad. Again.
But as the item rotates round, it seems the special effects department didn't really take into account the shadow, and as a result made a right mess of this.
So, those brainy bots at NASA's Special Effects Department can't get a simple shadow right, but they can convince the entire globe for decades that we landed on the moon. Right.
So obviously pay particular attention to the shield tossed
Oopsie.
by the astronaut, and of course the shadow, which we can already see is cast upon it straight off the bat. So let's have a look. The item's facing the astronaut at the moment with the shadow cast on it, okay?
But you failed to mention the reflection of the ISS on the debris shield. I wonder why. I'm not seeing a problem here, but, Flat Earth Observer, I'm sure you're going to tell us that there is a problem.
Now the item's rotated round to the right, but strangely enough, the same shadow is being cast on the face of the item, despite the item being rotated round to the right. Strange?
Oh, not strange at all. It's exactly how shadows work. Light gets cast onto an object and it creates a shadow on another object in front of it. What's difficult to understand here, Mr. Flat Earth Observer?
You might want to get your special effects department to sort themselves out.
Oof. You know, dialing America doesn't half hurt your finger. Hello, is that the special effects department at NASA? Yeah, right, okay. You want to sort yourselves out. Off? I didn't quite catch that first word. How rude.
Let's see it again. That is terrible, lads, and it's about to get worse.
What? Is that it? Just your opinion? That's terrible, lads. You're not going to forensically analyse the footage to see whether it's genuine or fake. You're just going to give us your opinion. Wow, who'd have thought that from Flat Earth Observer?
Bear with me.
Do I have to?
Now, if that wasn't bad enough, the shadow of truth, courtesy of NASA's Special Effects Department, absolutely exposing and annihilating the International Space Station for us. We're now going to jump on board a U-2 spy plane, and now we're going to annihilate the International Space Station again, courtesy of the United States Air Force.
No, you're just going to give us your opinion again, because that's all you ever do, and that's all you've ever done in all of your videos. Plus, a little bit later on, I'm going to show everybody how you deceptively cropped that footage. Now, I've had to remove the audio and stick my ugly kite over the top of this footage because I don't want any copyright strikes.
And I love it. I've got to be honest, I absolutely love it. Do you know why?
Because it shows the Earth to be a globe and exposes you as a lying conman.
Because it makes an absolute mockery of NASA's footage, which is supposedly showing curvature from space.
Oh, that's why you love it. My bad.
And what it does do is highlight the fact that most of NASA's footage comes from U-2 spy planes, which they have, of course, I've highlighted previously.
So they have U-2 spy planes, do they? Right. Let's go to my friend Mr. Wikipedia and ask Mr. Pedia how many and what kind of airplanes NASA actually has. Here we go. Here's a very, very long list. Very long list. Aerospace. Yep. Yeah, there we go. A Eurocopter. Look at this. Look at all these planes here. Boeing. They have some Boeing stuff. Fixed-wing trainer. Reduced gravity aircraft. That must be a Vomit Comet, I think. Here we go. Research. Civil aircraft test. Research. Airborne. Observatory. Galileo Observatory. There we go. Training. All fixed wing. There we go. VTOL. Research. Retired. Like me, I should be retired. Like Mr. Flat Earth Observer, he should really retire. Here we go. Business jets. There we go. Retired, retired, retired. Active. What's active? Fixed wing. Research platform. There we go. Research platform. Research, research. Dumpty dumpty dum. Let's go all the way to the bottom. Let's see if we can find a U-2 spy plane. Right. Sikorsky, RSA. Oh, a Vought F8 Crusader. Ah. Well, Mr. Flat Earth Observer, no U-2 spy planes in that particular list. Unless you know something different, of course.
And any curvature we see is optical and not physical.
Oh, you unimaginable half-wit. This is why I'm convinced you're a lying Paul. You are a lying con man, and it's as simple as that. Optical. Everything you see is optical. You don't see an object, you see light reflected off that object. Your brain processes it and tells you exactly what you're seeing. Light bounces off a car, you see the light bouncing off that car. Your brain processes it and tells you that you're looking at a car. If there's no light, you can't see anything. That is why you need light to see. Is this sinking in yet? God, you make me so angry sometimes. Do you know, it's my birthday next week.
Because when I blend an image here of citation of curve,
It's not a citation of curve, it's just a factual, entertaining program. And that's all it is. NASA or any other space agency doesn't put out programs for you flat earthers to pick apart. It doesn't. It just puts out programs and videos, and that's all it does. Because none of you flatwits have ever forensically examined any footage from NASA or any other space agency and proved it's fake. None of you. That's why you're all stupid. That's why you're all thick. And that's why you don't deserve any respect whatsoever, because you don't show any respect. Did I mention it's my birthday next week?
and I blend it with the image we've just seen from the Shadow of Truth, supposedly a spaceman outside a space station throwing junk into space, orbiting a ball. When I compare the two bits of so-called curvature, we've had James May cite this, and of course the spaceman supposedly going around the ball. When I blend the two images together, surprise, surprise, it's the same amount of curvature.
Surprise, surprise, it's the same frickin' planet.
Who would have thought? Proving that any curve, as I've shown many times, is optical and not physical.
Oh, I'm not going through that again.
This is James May's citation of curvature at 70,000 feet.
It's not a sight. I'm not going through that again.
And this is the curvature from the Shadow of Truth, an astronaut supposedly outside a space station throwing rubbish into space. 70,000 feet, James May. And the Shadow of Truth, supposedly a man 250 miles up, orbiting a ball at ludicrous speeds.
Now, you do understand that different cameras with different lenses will take different photographs. You do understand this, don't you?
But of course, when we compare the curvature, it's exactly the same, proving it's optical and not physical. And of course, the rubbish with the Shadow of Truth on it destroyed this silly pantomime before we even got going. This is clearly mockery at this point in time, from the people who produce the space stuff to the people who defend it.
No, Mr. Flat Earth Observer, there is only one person or one party that is making a mockery of things, and that is you. You are making a mockery of your subscribers. You are trying to con them into thinking that you believe the Earth not to be a ball. You are trying to con them into thinking that you believe space is fake and the globe is scientifically impossible. You are the con man, and you are the one making the mockery. Now, as promised, this is the footage that Flat Earth Observer used in his video. The only difference is, I haven't cropped this footage in any way. How strange. The footage, the genuine footage, doesn't match up with Flat Earth Observer's footage. So one more time for good luck. This is Flat Earth Observer's deceptive cropping in action. And also one more time for good luck. This is the genuine footage. Oops. So that's Flat Earth Observer, all done, dusted and delivered. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, please join me on Friday, 1900 hours GMT for a Friday Night Live. And don't forget to join me this coming Sunday, 8 p.m, for a Sunday Stupid video. And don't forget, it's my birthday next week.